Hello creative friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Leah O'Neill and this is the next process video in my creative travel journal series. This notebook insert is from Simple Stories. It came in that vintage floral traveler's notebook you just saw. It has amazing 120 GSM paper, just absolutely great quality. And that is why I'm using this insert to document my recent vacation to Portland, Oregon, and Southern California. We were visiting friends, and our first stop was Portland, Oregon. And I'm decorating some of the, or documenting some of the memories from our first day there on this first layout. So here I'm going through the cut apart 12 by 12 papers from the beautiful collection. Before I left for the trip, I cut them all up so that I could just carry them more easily in a pouch. And I was going through those trying to decide which ones I might want to use. I'm also using papers from the 6x8 paper pad just to figure out what I want to use on this layout. Choosing the paper is really important to me. I'm trying to figure out, if I put one color on one side, I want to be able to balance it on the other side. Fortunately, the beautiful collection is very neutral, so that's not going to be as hard to do, but choosing the paper is one of the bigger deals to me when I'm decorating a layout. After I choose my papers and balance those out on both sides of the layout, I feel like the rest of the layout starts to come together a little easier. So here you're seeing me give some time to that. And I decided I want to use one of the papers to back that little chipboard piece. That is the iconic Portland, Oregon sign in chipboard form. I picked it up in a pack of 3 at a craft store in Portland called Collage. They're very famous for their giant wall of washi tape. And I definitely had to make a stop there while I was in town. And I picked up that chipboard piece. It says it's chipboard by definition, but it's actually very lightweight, kind of like a foam, which is great it won't weigh down my page. And I'm using this fine liner glue bottle. You can fill it with any adhesive you want. They come in a pack of 2 off of Amazon. I will link all the supplies that I use below so you can see exactly what I'm using. I have Scotch Quick Dry adhesive in there. It's great for paper elements, gluing paper elements, but definitely not something you want to use behind your photos. For my photos, I am using a Glue Glider Pro pen filled with a permanent adhesive tape, double-sided adhesive tape. So you'll see me use that as well as that fine liner bottle for this layout. And so now I used that marble, mint marble paper behind to back that Portland, Oregon sign, kind of like you would back a silhouette cut file. And I thought that looked really cool. I had to use my precision scissors there. Again, those will be linked below too, to help me get around those fine edges of that chipboard piece. But I want to bring in the colors from that side of the page. This paper bag is from one of the gift shops. It's just a plain paper bag that I got while I was there, but it's a nice little random supply to use for layering, and it brings in that color of the chipboard from the left side. I also layered some of that polka dot tissue paper that I use in a lot of my layouts. Now this is the A5 sticker tablet. I'm going through that, and these are the bits and pieces in chipboard stickers from the collection, and I'm just picking out which ones I might want to use on the layout. I've been really rough with these paper pads, by the way, and the sticker tablet. That's why they're all coming out. I've actually pulled them out sometimes if I want to bring just one page somewhere, so that's why they're like that. And these are the sticky notes, and I thought they might be good for journaling. They actually are great for journaling, to add journaling to your traveler's notebook pages, but I'm playing around with the placement here. Layered a couple paper scraps behind that photo. And I don't think I'm gonna like, I don't really like the size of that. I don't like how it looks, the sticky note. So after I back this photo with these paper scraps, I'm gonna look through my sticker tablet and try to figure out something else to put some journaling on. These are the clear stickers, and they go really well on any white background or a lighter background. I like putting them on photos like that because it almost looks like you hand wrote it on there. So I've said before, this is my creative process. I could, lay out this whole thing before the video started, but that wouldn't be very true to my creative process. It definitely, I like to take a little time with my pages and just get the placement right. And I want you to be able to see that part, It doesn't come super easily for me. I'm not able to just throw things down on a page and make them look balanced and pretty. It takes me a little time. I'm hoping by doing more process videos, though, I'll become a little more efficient at it, so it'll certainly make editing go a little smoother to be able to shorten the recording time. So I cut that little piece of paper into a tag form just so it can stick out, the twine and stuff stick out of the top. For layering, I really like to vary my shapes under there, so I used that tag, which is what made me decide against that little tag because I didn't want to put more twine on the page. So I'm going to layer some washi tape. This is something I do a lot. I don't think I've actually said it out loud before, but you'll see it on a lot of my layouts, including in my planner pages, where I use 2 decorative washi tapes, and then I put gold glitter washi tape through the middle, and I layer a word strip sticker. And you're going to see me do that here again. I don't know why, I just love that look. I use it all the time. And then I'm just going to add a couple of that circle sticker, and then there's a page that has these different shaped flags on it, or tabs. You can call some of them more like tabs, but I thought that would look cute layered there. Now I'm going to glue everything down. That's just that Scotch quick dry adhesive again. That bottle usually has a needlepoint tip, which makes it really good for fine, thin pieces of paper, but I broke it. I've had it for a really long time, so don't think that's reminiscent of the quality of the bottle, but they are delicate and I'm kind of rough with things, so I have one that's not broken. I just have been too lazy to fill it with adhesive. I'm using one of the square stickers from the sticker tablet as a tab. I do that pretty often actually in my layering. And I almost used I was going to use the glue there, but sometimes with layering, the tape gun is a little easier. But then when I want the bottom to really stick, that's when I use that quick dry adhesive because it works so well and it sticks. It does actually dry very quickly. I usually fast forward through this part where I glue everything down. But I mean, I don't know, I thought this would be a good time to tell you what adhesives I'm using. Because I get that question pretty often, so I just thought I would take time to talk about that and show you those supplies, and then I will link them in the description box below in case you want to check them out for yourself. So now I'm going to add my doodled borders to a few of the lighter elements to give them some contrast against the background that they are on. And this is my white Signo gel pen. I'm using that on the black paper to create a white doodled border, for the contrast. And then I added around the edge of my page as well, this doodled border. And it's pretty messy, but I like it like that. I do that on purpose. I don't know why, but it's cute. It's cute to me, and that's what matters, right? These are some of the Simple Stories alpha stickers. I believe these gold ones, I always pull out the alpha stickers and put them in one place in a 6x8 snap binder that I have, Simple Stories snap binder. So I don't really remember exactly which pack they were in. I think these might have been from the Christmas collection last year, but I love the gold and how it looked with the beautiful collection. So you may be wondering why I just spelled out beer. Well, when in Portland, of course, when we first arrived after our really long flight across, because we live on the East Coast, so we had to travel all the way to the West Coast. It was a long day of flying, and we got off the plane, and Mallory, my best friend, asked us what we wanted to do first, and my husband just blurts out beer, which I wholeheartedly agreed. So we went to a nearby brewery, and here I'm adding my journaling, and I do not trust my handwriting. I do not trust myself to write straight. I am a very messy handwriter. I have handwriter. Is that even a word? I have messy handwriting, I think. I think we're all very critical of our handwriting, but something I do to help with that and to get my placement right and make sure I write straight. First, I added the lines, and I did it all in pencil first just to make sure all my words were going to fit. And you'll see where when I first started going over it with the pen, I was using my Staedtler Tri-Plus Fineliner, which is a wonderful black pen that I use a lot. However, if you're going to be erasing or doing something harsh like erasing or adding water like watercolors or wet Tombow markers for your lettering, I always use a more waterproof, smudge-proof pen, and that's the Artist Pitt pen from Faber-Castell. You could also use a Sharpie pen for the same effect and just give it a decent amount of, time to dry, just a little time to dry. It doesn't take long for me. I think I waited just like a couple minutes, maybe more. Maybe I'd say 5 minutes. I went on and did something else, and then I went back and erased the pencil. And with that Faber-Castell pen, I didn't have any smearing. So here's everything close up. And thank you all so much for joining me for this video. I hope you'll subscribe and stick around for the rest of the Creative Travel Journal series. I have a blog post up on the Simple Stories blog today, which I will link in the description box below as well. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.